Hello YouTube fam, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I have a very fun video for you today. It's all about designing characters for your children's books. Let's go! One of my favorite things in the world to do is to design characters. I've done it for as long as I can remember. And today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to design characters that you can use for your children's books. Alright, let's start with number 1. A really wonderful place to start if you're trying to design characters, especially creatures, is start with basic shapes. Start with a circle, start with a square, start with an oval, and kind of build up from there. That also works well to build like their facial expressions and facial features. A lot of times when I'm doing a character, I will start with the face or start with a really interesting eye design and kind of build off from there. How do I want them to be expressive? That's a really good place to start. Alright, so number 2 is inspiration is everywhere. If you're not sure what to create, sometimes let life inspire you. The way that I created the Skane monsters that you saw in that little slide right before this was when I worked in a yarn shop. We were doing a yarn crawl, which is similar to like a bar crawl, where you hit yarn shop after yarn shop after yarn shop, and I was trying to make a decoration for our windows, and I said, wouldn't it be fun if I had like little skeins of yarn that were crawling? And I was like, oh. And so I made these window decorations for our store for the yarn crawl it was very early before I kind of refined them more, of what became the Skane monsters and actually ended up creating the inspiration for Skane and Bones itself. And so yeah, it's kind of just be open to where inspiration comes from. It can come from anywhere. Alright, number 3 is just draw. Sometimes you can't sit down and create a character for a specific thing. You have such an idea in your head, sometimes let it all go. Just draw. Let characters come to you. Let them kind of tell you who they want to be. Some of my best characters I just created out of nowhere. They had no intended purpose for any sort of story or anything like that. They just manifested. And then later when I actually had other things, I can go back and look at my library of characters and be like, you know what, they would fit really well into this universe. And it's a very organic way to create characters, is just create. Draw as much as you can. You can tweak those designs later, you can improve on them, and it's just great. Like, keep binders full of your drawings. Always be able to go back and reference them, because you never know when that character will be exactly what you needed. Alright, so number 4 is, what do you need your characters to do? If you are trying to design a character for a story, do they serve a specific purpose? Or where do you find them? Are there environmental concerns like that would have created how they, they came to be? I do a lot of monsters and little creatures, so I try to think of, okay, what is the area that you live in? How would you survive here? What makes you different? That's one way to think of it. Do they have magic? How do they control their magic? Are they a wish-fulfilling creature? Are they part of a wishing star? Things like that can be like, what is their function? Do they need to grant wishes? Are they like a quadruped, like equine horse type character? Or is it something that, are they like transportation? Do they get ridden by another character? Or, do they fly? Do they need to be able to have wings or some other sort of way that they can fly? Those are different things that you could think about that will help lead to your character's design. What are the things you need them to be able to do, and how will they do that? And number 5 is diversity. This is probably one of the most important things to consider while making your characters for children's books. Children like to see themselves represented in media. So a good book should be a mirror for them to see themselves, but it should also be a window so they can look in on the lives of others. So, you want diverse casts of characters in your stories. Especially if you're writing a series, bring in a playful cast of characters that they can, represent different facts of life. You want different ethnicities and different physical abilities and different personality types, bring in like a set of, gay parents or interracial parents. Like, represent all that's out there, because it's wonderful for kids to see the diversity that's out there, and it's really necessary to see yourself represented. And otherwise, it's very isolating when you don't see yourself represented. And if you don't feel that representation is an issue, you probably don't face it. You probably see yourself in everything. But yeah, diversity. Bring in a diverse cast. It's not optional. The world is wonderful and big and beautiful. Show it in your books. That's about it today. Those are my 5 tips for character design for children's books. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, ring that little bell down there so that you know right when I upload a new video. Also, all of my children's books and coloring books are available on Amazon. The links are down below. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!